Where are they now? 2021 Why Play Army update? This is mostly an update to my Why Play X Army series, but I sprinkled in some extra info for other armies where relevant. General's Handbook 2020 got rid of all the old realm artifacts, replacing them with 7 aggressively bad ones. While some were pleased at the ethereal monsters being less common, for the most part this only hurt the weakest armies. Made list building considerably less interesting and fun, and we were sad. Rest in peace, ethereal Frostlord on Stonehorn. You were too beautiful for this world. The Broken Realms campaign event books are trickling out, starting with Morathi and later this year Teclis. These big narrative books featuring a bunch of new options and even patches to war scrolls, new subfactions, battalions, etc. for a handful of armies per book as AOS drives their story ever forward. Like Morathi becoming a god, Slaanesh coming back, Teclis arguing with IDK about 12,000 years of unpaid child support, and more. Cities of Sigmar, still powerful, still jolly cooperation, and still fun. Got some extra options and a new Dark Elf city in the Morathi campaign book, which is all at about the underdog power level but flavorful. Like how Cities armies can include Stormcast units, there's now a Stormkeeps faction that kinda does the inverse. It's a Stormcast army that can include Cities units, except they get almost none of the perks and can't be the general, so it's largely seen as a huge failure. Could have been really cool though, but it was phoned in big time. Hopefully their stuff in Teclis steps it up a notch. Daughters of Khaine. Still powerful and now diverse thanks to the Morathi campaign book giving them new toys, and an even cooler war scroll from Morathi herself. The snake half of the army is now good, which means the play what you like meme is actually true here. Yes, they have an OP triple firing double teleport snake archer combo, but that's probably getting bonked in the next book coming out soon. Lots of new lore. Morathi achieved apotheosis and is just about the new god of murder after learning from the old god of murder's murder. Idoneth deepkin, still powerful but lots of changes. The Morathi campaign has blessed them with protein gains for many of those beautiful units you wished were good enough to actually play with. Sharks are good now. Turtle is great now. Eidolons are decent now. Your foot troops of all types still kinda blow, but you no longer have to be the most spammy army in the game, so we'll call that a big win. Lumineth Realm Lords, the superior race of Elven Mountain Chads, is proving that their 400 IQ magical domination, Delta Force snipers, lightning reflexes, and anvil hammer bros can take on all comers. Plus they're getting the second half of their range released soon with Aussie fuck you kangaroo cavalry and flying anime fox elf heroes. Also, the next Broken Realms book is called Teclis, so I'm thinking it's a good time to be an elf player. Skaven. Not much changed here, but stormvermin are badass now, since their points cost was brought down to a more reasonable level. Rats rejoice. Slaves to Darkness. Never again will I try to future-proof my videos by predicting the balance decisions of GW. Marauders at release were positively broken overpowered, and every single source I talked to was already operating under the assumption that of course they'd get nerfed. So I didn't push them in the Why Play STD video. Then Games Workshop didn't do anything to them when they had 3 opportunities to do so, so I guess that shows me. At least I mentioned it in the 16-minute video that everybody watched. Marauders are still absurdly strong, have fun. In Morathi, STD got a new subfaction of juiced up Chaos War Shrines, Power Lord, Chariot Heroes, and Warcry cultists finally getting Marks of Chaos. Although only in that subfaction. They forgot to give them artifacts, but Nurgle marked Iron Golems are some of the most based anvils in the game now, so enjoy. Seraphon. No changes or updates, you're still Galaxy Brain Alpha Toads commanding dinosaurs with lasers and a million blowguns. Many predicted many nerfs, but nothing happened, so enjoy. Osiarch Bone Reapers. Petrifex saw an early FAQ nerf around the time of GHB 2020, which no longer gives +1 armor, but they keep the bonus rend, so the most defensive subfaction in the lore is now the glass cannon choice in the rules, which feels wrong, but it is what it is. After this change, they were high good tier, and that's where they end up today. However, they are getting some content in the Teclis book, so expect some more bones to collect later this year. Maw Tribes. No changes or updates. The lack of ethereal from realm artifacts going away has quite acutely hurt ogres. But they're still chugging along in mid-good tier for Battalion Beastclaw boys, and the definition of underdog for Gutbusters. I thought there might be some hope for Undergut's 4-cannon blaster boys, but they're outdropped by aggro and hopelessly dominated by every other shooting army, so they're basically treading water. Here's hoping the third Broken Realms book has something for the large lads of both types. Last but certainly not least, we have Gloomspite gitz. Loads of changes. Their stock has fallen slightly from the very painful loss of realm artifacts, the game-wide 3 endless spells max per list rule, and the evolving metagame of new releases, but they've got some of their own. White Dwarf after White Dwarf came out with supplements and patches giving spiders, trogs, and squigs full sub-factions of new rules so you can build armies around all the different keyword bingos in your Frankenstein battle tome. While these end up probably mid-good tier at best, most just wanted it to be reasonable to do so, and it is. Except spiders. They're still awful. Also coming in tech list are some new candies for Flesh Eater Courts and Maggotkin of Nurgle, so lots of new stuff to look forward to. That's the year so far. I'm HeyWoah. I stream Monday, Wednesday on Twitch where I answer questions and we chat AOS. And in these lonely lockdown times where you can't get in-person games in, I think it's pretty swell to have a hangout with people that like the stuff that you like. Anyway, thanks for watching.